Hi, welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Today, I want to spend talking about what's been going on this week. As someone who's on social media and who I consider this to be a public platform, I feel that it is my duty to address important issues in the world. I think it's important that everyone have a voice and that people use their voice. And social media is the perfect way to do that. As a white woman, I would like to address white people about this matter in particular, because racism, especially against Black Americans, originated from white people. So we have an obligation to undo this injustice. And, I like statistics, so I'm going to share a few statistics with you. I got this from Obama's website, actually. Black people are 3 times more likely to be killed by officers than white people. Black people are 2.5 times more likely than white people to experience the threat or use of non-lethal force during an encounter with a police officer. So it is our duty as white people to make sure that this doesn't happen under our watch. I actually started doing something on my own during the past year when all these terrible events happened where Black people were shot by police officers. I live near San Francisco, and when I'm in the city, or even when I'm not, wherever I am, if I happen to see a white police officer pulling over or otherwise reprimanding or restraining a Black person, I just kind of hang out for a minute. I'm on the sidewalk or whatever, and I just kind of hang out and see how this unfolds. And luckily, it's never happened while I've been watching. But what I'm watching for is to see if this person is being treated unfairly. It doesn't take that much time. It's important that we look out for one another. And it's important to take those few minutes just to check out the situation. And if you see something that is abusive or unjust, definitely record it. And I think more importantly than recording it is be loud and say that what you're doing is wrong. Let these officers know that they are being watched and that this is not appropriate behavior. And cause a big stink. And then other people will join in and see what's going on, and people will be recording it, and people will be hopefully stating their mind and stopping the behavior. There's a perfect example of this earlier this week. I can't remember where this was. I don't know if it was in Atlanta, but there was a situation during one of the protests where a police officer pinned someone down, I believe it was a Black person, and put his knee on their neck, just like what happened to George Floyd. And luckily there were all these protesters around, and they started shouting at this cop, "Get your knee off this man's neck right now." And the police officer's partner apparently told this guy to stop, and he stopped. And that's the power of people speaking up to injustice. So especially as a white person, if you are a white person, please do this for your fellow citizens. It's up to us to undo this wrong. And since I'm a chef and this show is about food, I also want to bring up some other issues about racial inequities within the food system. There's a great book out right now. I have it on my shelf here. It's called Food Fix by Dr. Mark Hyman. This is, I think, his 7th book that he's written. But he talks about how messed up our food system is, and how one of the chapters he discusses food deserts, which are usually located in low-income and minority neighborhoods where there's no fresh food within 1 mile of the neighborhood, so that people who live there are forced to rely on convenience stores and fast food to get their calories. And here's some more statistics for you. Type 2 diabetes rates have doubled in Black children over the past decade. Black neighborhoods have almost twice as many fast food restaurants as white neighborhoods. And food companies target Black and Hispanic youth with their least nutritious products, meaning like sodas, sugary cereals, fast food, that kind of thing. And they are advertising to young minority kids. And Black teens viewed 119% more junk food ads than white teens, because the marketers are targeting these communities through the television shows that they are most likely to be viewing. So I just wanted to bring that up because this is a huge issue. It's a huge issue about inequalities among races. And we need to be aware of the whole system. What's broken, what needs to be fixed, and how we can fix it. So educate yourself. And Food Fix is a wonderful book. I'm about halfway through it. And he also has, Dr. Hyman also has a podcast out. It's just 12 minutes long. I think he posted it yesterday. It is a speech that he gave in 2018 talking about the injustices within the food system. That is a great listen. I'm going to put that in the show notes, and I'm going to put the Food Fix information as well as the other information that I got from the Obama website in the show notes so that you too can read about it, educate yourself, and be proactive, and look out for all of our citizens, and do your job. Use your voice. Even if it's one post, one photo, one video that you put up this week, if you are on social media, use your voice and be counted. It's imperative that everyone participate. Thank you very much. I will see you next week.